twin brothers arrive at their mother's home and notice something is wrong. The twin brothers, Elias and Lucas, travel with their father to their mother's house. Elias suggests to his father to come inside and say hello to their mom, but the father refuses and drives away. Elias and Lucas enter the house and are surprised that their mother didn't come to greet them. The brothers start searching for her all around the house and eventually find her in the bedroom. The room is messy and very dark. The twins' mother says that she recently had plastic surgery and needs to wear a special mask on her face. She asks her sons not to be afraid of her appearance. The woman takes the children to their room and gives them a small gift. She explains the house rules. The children are not allowed to scream loudly, enter her office, or go into the barn. Elias gives his mom a drawing, but she doesn't seem pleased with it. Elias asks what they will do in the evening. The boy really wants to spend time with his mom, but she says she is too tired and that they will just go to sleep. However, in the evening, she changes her mind and decides to watch TV with her children. Before bedtime, the woman tells the children a story and tucks them in, but Elias asks her to sing his favorite song, the one she used to sing before. She says he is too old for that and refuses to sing. Elias asks his brother why their mom has changed so much. He thinks that during the time they lived apart, she stopped loving them. The twins begin to sing their favorite song, while the woman stands behind the door, just listening. The next morning, Elias and Lucas go outside to play. Lucas suggests that they go to the barn and find out why their mom forbade them from entering. The twins enter the barn and see their toys and comics. Elias climbs up and notices blood. The brothers leave the barn and meet their mother. The woman becomes very angry and scolds Elias while Lucas just stands by silently. That night, Elias has a nightmare in which he sees his mother in the barn, covered in blood. Elias wakes up in the middle of the night and leaves his room. He hears his mother talking. Lucas leans against the railing, and the mother hears it creak. The boy runs back to the room and gets into bed. The mother enters the room to check if her son is asleep and then leaves. The next morning, the brothers discuss why their mother is acting so strangely and what she was talking about on the phone. During breakfast, the woman receives a call and goes to her office. The boys try to eavesdrop on the conversation but can't hear anything. They come up with a new plan. Elias takes toy walkie-talkies and they wrap one in electrical tape. The brothers enter their mother's bedroom and place the walkie-talkie under the bed. But before they leave the room, Elias decides to look at the photographs. Earlier, a family photo used to hang on the wall, but now it is gone. The woman has also removed all the photos with her children. Suddenly, the woman enters the room, but the boys manage to hide. Elias hides behind the curtains and watches what his mother does. The woman turns on music and starts dancing. She slowly takes off her clothes. Elias finds his drawing in the trash can. The boy does not understand why his mother threw it away. He hides and sees his mother enter the bathroom. She removes the mask and puts on a clean one. She notices the drawing on the floor, picks it up, and tears it to pieces. Elias takes the drawing with him and shows it to Lucas. Elias does not understand why their mother is acting so strangely. Lucas shares his suspicion that maybe this isn't their mother. He brings an old photograph of their mom. The boys notice that their mom has green eyes in the picture. They look at the new photograph and see that the woman's eyes are blue. Now Elias is fully convinced that this woman is not their mother. The boys don't open the door. Lucas suggests calling their father and telling him what is happening. At night, Elias watches a video of their mom singing them a lullaby. At this moment, the woman enters the room and begins searching for the phone. She asks Elias to give it to her, getting very angry because Elias called their father and complained about her. She grabs the phone and breaks it. The mother goes to her room and Elias and Lucas block the door and go to sleep. At night, Elias wakes up and leaves his room. He notices that the door to his mom's bedroom is slightly open, so he goes inside. The woman is taking a bath and doesn't see the boy. Elias tries to take off the mask from her face to confirm that she is not his mother, but the woman notices him. Elias locks himself in his room, hoping she won't be able to get inside. The woman asks him to open the door and says she just wants to talk, but Elias refuses. Then the woman breaks down the door and comes inside. She is very angry with the boy. The woman slaps the boy across the face and drags him to the bathroom. At night, she sits on the bed and gives herself a pedicure, but then notices a hangnail on her finger. She starts peeling her skin off completely, but it was just a nightmare. Lucas wakes his brother and suggests they run away right now. The brothers leave the house during a heavy storm. They find an empty house and decide to spend the night there. Elias doesn't like the silence, so he asks his brother to tell a story. Lucas tells him that when twins are born, their souls are bound together forever. Lucas says that now they will always be together. At night, Elias wakes up and hears strange noises. He goes to the window and notices a handprint on the glass. Elias decides to look outside and sees a monster in front of him. The monster breaks the window and attacks the boy, but it was only a dream. A policeman wakes Elias up and asks how he ended up there. The man calls for his partner. Elias tells the police that there is a scary woman living in his house pretending to be their mother. The female officer promises to help and protect them. She offers the boys a ride to the police station, but she lied. The police take the boys back home. A woman comes out of the house and she isn't wearing any mask. The woman invites the officers inside and thanks them for returning her children. She asks the boys to go upstairs to their room. Elias does not understand why this woman looks just like their mother, but Lucas is convinced that the woman had plastic surgery and changed her face. The boys decide to eavesdrop on the conversation. The police ask the woman how the child got the bruise on his lip. She says he just fell and that she would never hit her son. The woman says that Elias has a vivid imagination. The police believe her and ask for an autograph. It turns out she is a famous singer who has retired. At night, the woman enters the children's room and accuses Elias. She tells him that he will have to listen to her and love her. Because of him, she had to remove her mask 3 days earlier and spend the whole night in the rain searching for him. But the boy pretends to be asleep and says nothing in return. The woman goes to her room, takes a sleeping pill, and falls asleep. At night, Elias and Lucas enter the woman's room and tie her hands and feet. In the morning, the woman wakes up and doesn't understand what is happening. Elias approaches the bed and asks one question: "Where is Mom?" The woman asks her son to untie her and promises not to be angry with him. But Elias shows her a photograph of his mother and says that she has green eyes. The woman laughs and says that at work she wears green contact lenses, which are in her bag. But Elias does not believe her. He goes to the kitchen, fills a bucket with water, and adds ice. He enters the bedroom and pours the water on the woman. She says she is his mother, but Elias cannot believe her. He goes to his room to get a drawing. Lucas tries to tell Elias that they should just leave the house, but Elias wants to find out the truth. He shows the torn drawing to the woman and asks why she tore it. He says that his mom would never have done that. The woman starts crying, not knowing what to answer. Elias leaves the bedroom again and starts searching for the bag to check if there are any contact lenses inside. Lucas asks Elias to stop and just leave, but he refuses to stop. Lucas is the first to find their mom's bag and says that there are no lenses in it. Elias wants to check for himself, but Lucas doesn't let him. Lucas says they need to pack their things and run away, but Elias can't just leave the woman tied up. He goes back to her room. The woman apologizes to the boy, saying she behaved terribly and should be a good mother, but she failed at that. She asks him to untie her hands, but Elias says that Lucas forbade him to do so. Elias asks why she tore up the drawing. The woman says she was very upset and shouldn't have done it. Lucas enters the room and sees that Elias is about to free the woman. He tells his brother not to do it. The woman asks Elias not to listen to his brother and begs him to stay with her, but Elias gags the woman and leaves the room. The boys start packing their things to leave the house for good, but at that moment the police arrive. Elias opens the door and says his mom went to the store. The woman hears that someone has come and tries to scream and signal for help, but she isn't heard. Elias deceives the police, and they leave. Elias and Lucas take their things and leave the house. They wait for the bus, but Elias remembers he forgot his toothbrush. He tells Lucas he'll quickly run back home and return, but Elias deceives his brother. He checks his mom's bag and finds the lenses. Elias begins to realize that Lucas lied to him. Elias runs to his mom's room and locks the door so Lucas can't interfere. He frees his mom and hugs her. Elias apologizes to her, saying that it was Lucas who made him behave badly. The woman says she isn't angry with him. Elias asks his mom to talk to Lucas, but she says they need to go to the shed first. They leave the room. Elias tries to call for his brother, but he doesn't respond. The woman takes her son outside and leads him to the shed. She says he has to learn the truth. As they approach the shed, Elias starts to feel afraid and doesn't want to go inside. But the woman asks him to be brave and do it. Elias climbs up and sees a bloody mark on a wooden beam. He doesn't understand why his mom brought him there. The woman says that he must realize what happened. It turns out that Elias accidentally shot his brother. The boys had found a gun, which was loaded. The woman says it wasn't his fault, but Elias doesn't want to believe it, just as he can't believe that Lucas has been dead all this time. He pushes his mother, and she falls down. A fire starts in the shed, and Elias leaves his mother lying inside. The entire shed burns down completely. Elias thinks he has lost everything he had and is left alone, but then his mother and brother appear beside him, and now they will always be with him. This is the end of the movie. That's all for today. Subscribe and like if you want more videos like this.